Hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Guess where we are? Uptown Paphos. And I'm going to make a bit of a detour here because I've just come past the Atlas coffee shop and I'm going to go and get a coffee. So you're going to sit in the car. I'm going to leave the car running with the camera running, and well, no one's going to steal the car, because if they did, well, we're going to be in big trouble, that's for sure. So I'll just park you up here and you can watch me go and get a coffee, and I think it's a great idea. I really do, because I've not had a coffee yet. So you sit here and I'll be back. Cheers, guys. That's lovely, isn't it? It's always nice when you come past the coffee shop and it's not busy, because then you can just walk in and get your coffee in literally 2 minutes, and a nice parking space, because you could sit and watch. There we are. How pleasant. What a cruel man I am. If you come over, I'll take you and I'll buy you a coffee, I promise you. But the fascinating thing about it is you can park your car, as you may have noticed, leave the engine running, and nobody, and I mean nobody would even think about stealing your car. Not in downtown Paphos. No, not yet anyway. Perhaps it's coming a little bit in the future, but at the moment you can park your car, engine running, windows down, mobile phone, €1,000,000 sitting on the passenger seat, and I promise you, when you come back, your car will be still there. It's as simple as that. What better place in the world to live? Not too bad. We're going to continue on our descent. We're heading down through Paphos. We're going to go straight through the centre, and well, you never know, we might get down to the Gate of Paphos Harbour. If we don't, come back for the next one. It's as simple as that. It all depends on the traffic, and of course Dizzy Blonde knows all about these kind of things. She's whizzing around in downtown Cato, Manchester, and more often than not gets into gridlock traffic on the M56. Luckily in Paphos we don't have an M56. There we go. Perhaps that's the reason why you got the traffic jam. Change the name, who knows. If you want to go gymnasiuming, well, that could be the place for you. It's called the Hyper Gym, renowned to be the best gym in the world. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But €30 a month if you want to book in, and €300 for a year at the moment. Drop it in the comments. Is that a fair price? Is that the same price as in the UK? Is it the same price in Poland? I don't know. Miss Anna Star, my superstar, let us know. Hopefully you're having a great time in downtown Krakow, and hopefully you're sorting out all of the legalities in the world. Miss Anna Star is possibly the greatest lawyer and the greatest judge in the world, and she is the lawyer of the little channel known as Marika and me. So if you want to mess with us, you've got to mess with her. And I promise you, she's going to batter the living daylights out of you. And if she needs some help, well, she'll call on the services of the two boys known as Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon. And they're going to mallet the living daylights out of you. And if that doesn't work, they'll sit on you. And they've got a couple of jumpers, that's for sure. Now, where are we? This is Morsoi Avenue. If you want to buy yourself a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, this could be that road for you. There's plenty of opportunities to buy anything from, well, you can't buy a Yaris on here. They don't deal in those kind of cars. They're upmarket car dealers in general. There's another one coming up here, and this is Pan Motors. What's he got on his forecourt? He's got a yellow Porsche. He's got a Maserati. He's got a big Merc. He's got another big Merc. Another big Merc. He's got a Range Rover. He's got another Range Rover. He's got a G-Wagon. He's got a Porsche. And, oh, he's got a Lamborghini as well. There you go. Plenty of choice. If you've got a bit of chump change in your pocket and you want that special car, this could be the road for you. Who's buying them? I don't know. I really don't know. You don't see many of them whizzing around, but obviously they must buy them and then pop them in their garages and then whiz around in their Nissan Notes or something like that. What's coming up next? Chrysanthio shoes. If you want a pair of shoes, that could be the place for you. What's down here? Renault. There we are, Renault dealer. If you want a Renault van or a Renault Clio, that could be the guy for you. How much is a Dacia Duster these days? 27,000 euros. What lunatic pays 27,000 euros for one of those? There we go. The rants and the raves of a used car dealer as he drives in and around Paphos. There we are. If you're curious, if you're new to the channel. Oh well, hey up, hey up, did you see that? That was an Aston Martin coming the other way. So there you go. That man left his Nissan Note at home today and went out in his Aston Martin. Doesn't get much better than that. If you're wondering what Mr. Paul does, perhaps if you're new to the channel, I've got a car body shop, car mechanics, and I dibble and dabble in buying and selling cars. Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose. At the moment, I'm winning. So that's good news, isn't it? Receiver of the Booth gets to get plenty and plenty of clothes. Receiver of the Booth, that's Marika. And if you're curious to know why is she called Receiver of the Booth, well, just before we set up the YouTube channel, I said that she had to have a movie star name. Marika is a spectacularity of a name and very unusual, but it just wasn't enough. So I sat there one night and practiced my Russian, and my Russian is very poor indeed. But after about 20 minutes, I came up with the name. I looked over to Marika and I said, from now on, your name will be Miss Archin Gracivia LaBeouf. And she went, and said two naughty words. Well, one naughty word and half. Anyway, from that night on, that name has stuck, and I think it is a befitting name for a blonde beauty. And she is an absolute legend of a superstar, and that's my belief anyway. A movie star that just never was. And there she is, Miss Archin Gracivia LaBeouf. So that's where the name comes from. So if you're new to the channel, there you go. Now you know. And if you're wondering why do we say Sherlock Holmes, why do they say Sherlock Holmes when I know sometimes it thinks that things are not very good, so it says Sherlock Holmes? Well, those are the two words that Marika improvised when she was about to say oh something S-H-I-T. Two words she came up with were, oh, it's Sherlock Holmes. And from that moment on, it stuck. And many people, many family members do use the word Sherlock Holmes in their daily vocabulary, as we do all the time. And it's quite funny, isn't it? And if it's really bad, you can say William Shakespeare. And if it's really bad, you've got to go straight to Geoffrey Chaucer, because my goodness. I know they were famous, I know they possibly were good writers, but who the hell can read what they wrote? That's what I want to know. We are in Midtown Paphos. This is a new road if you're new to the channel, and it's been open now for about 3 months, I would say, although it's not quite finished. You can see they're digging here and they're digging over there, so it's not quite finished. And the other day it was closed, they were digging something up, so I'm curious to know, what did they dig up, or what were they doing? You never know. These road working companies, they do things and they do things and then dig it up again, don't they? They find out they put a tap in the wrong way or something like that, or perhaps they've remembered that there's a dead body buried there and hey, they've got another one. What's going on here, Andrew? What's going on? Red traffic lights. Are you in control of these red traffic lights? Miss Andrea is sunning herself, by the way. I'm going to make you jealous now. She's in downtown Rhodes. She is, yeah. She's in downtown roads. Unbelievable, isn't it? Sunning herself, and she's got the peacock, Mr. Mark, with her, and they're dancing and prancing, and they're doing Greek dancing apparently. Oh yeah, they were. And she was saying the entertainment was poor. That's what she was saying. Hotel's lovely, but the entertainment was poor. I said to her, well, it's your own fault. You shouldn't have gone to Rhodes. You should have gone to Velia, which is just down the road. There you go. Much better. And you've got some nice Turkish delight as well. That would have sorted your peacock out, Mr. Hart. Right, let's keep going. I'm pretty sure you can see between the buildings at the very, very end, there is a bit of a blueness. And I'm not talking about the sky. No, we're talking about the blue Mediterranean Sea. On a truly, truly spectacality of a day indeed. Everything's blue. The sky, the sea, Mr. Paul. All that's not is the car. Because you don't buy cars in blue. No, cars look best in black. Real pain in the bottom to keep clean, but cars look best in black. Look at that. There's a silver four-wheel drive and there's a black four-wheel drive. The black one looks better. It's very, very simple. And of course, if it's black, it means you have to keep it clean. But luckily for us, on our little channel, we've got some superstars like Lady Ali and Sir Neil, and of course his dad, Sir Brian, who now and again send us €5 because they like to see the front half of the car clean. As for the back half, they're not bothered. So there you go. The back half is pretty dirty indeed. My rear end really, really is dirty. But there we go. One of these days I'll go and wash it. But the front end, oof, nice and clean. And guess what, Miss Ali? It was actually washed in Paya. Yes, in Paya. And you love Paya. Yes, there we go. They'll be coming out soon. And we'll be chuchki dancing down the downtown Cato Coral Bay Strip, especially for you. Technically now, we're in the old town, by the way. To the right-hand side, behind this petrol station, that's the old town. And you can go for a nice bit of shopping in there most days of the week, except on a Sunday. Not very busy in the afternoons. We've got lots of shops in Cyprus. Open in the mornings, you know, sometime it's quite lax. It's lax in Cyprus. You know, they might open up at 9, maybe not, maybe 8:30, maybe 20 to 10. Sounds like a good time, doesn't it? And then, you know, they'll take a bit of money off you. And then around about 12:20, 12:25, you know, lunch is coming, isn't it? So they normally close up at about 10 to 1 because they want to try and miss the lunch hour rush hour, which is what everyone else does, which is why then there's a big lunch rush hour. And people blowing the horns because, you know, they don't want to wait and keep going anyway. So they close down. But normally in the old town, not many of them come back to open their shops after lunch. So if I was you, if you go and shop in the old town, I would go there for about 10 and bugger off at about 12:30. Get all your bits and bobs, get back to the resort, get back to the hotel, and sun yourself and chill as you look out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you do like what you see, want to hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness. If you watch this far, you're pretty sure to know that if you come back tomorrow, we'll be in the downtown kid of Paphos Harbour, whizzing around, and you never know, we might get to see some of the superstars walking along on camera. This is Kennedy Square at the cusp, at the top of the, well, Paphos, shall we call it? And there's restaurants all around here at night time, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, packed to the rafters, music blaring out. If you're looking for a good night, this could be that place for you. Thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very, very soon indeed.